The Bermuda Triangle. What is its status today? And what mind-bending secrets have modern scientists unlocked? That is exactly what we will uncover in today's video. Welcome back, anomaly hunters. Today, we step over the edge and plunge into the heart of the most feared patch of blue on planet Earth, the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Stretching across a staggering 500,000 square miles between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, this oceanic graveyard has swallowed over 2,000 souls, dozens of warships, and entire squadrons of aircraft without leaving behind a single floating splinter or a final distress call. For nearly a century, compasses have spun out of control, and giant vessels have vanished as if erased by an unseen carnivorous hand. Is it a doorway to another dimension, or something far more sinister lurking deep beneath these crystal blue waves? Grab your seats, because as we strip away the myths, the latest discoveries emerging from the abyss are far more terrifying than any supernatural nightmare. Let's dive in. Let us set the stage with the actual numbers that birthed the legend. We are talking about an imaginary boundary encompassing roughly 500,000 to over 1.5 million square miles of unpredictable ocean. Over the decades, pop culture icons and authors like Charles Berlitz cemented the idea that 50 ships and 20 airplanes vanished here without leaving a single floating splinter or a final distress call. But when historians like Larry Kusche dug through the archives, they discovered something fascinating. Many of those so-called mysterious vanishings occurred during ferocious, unrecorded tropical storms, or the wreckage was actually found miles away from where the legends claimed. The Gulf Stream, a roaring underwater river of warm water, tears through this triangle at speeds that can sweep away floating debris and airplane wreckage within mere hours. Imagine flying a fragile mid-century aircraft or sailing a creaking iron freighter straight into a sudden, violent microburst, or a rogue wave towering 60 feet high. The ocean does not need aliens to swallow a ship. It only needs a few minutes of absolute crushing chaos to erase human mistakes from existence. Yet the plot thickens with the most recent discoveries that left geologists completely stunned. For over 30 million years, the volcanoes that form the isolated island of Bermuda have been completely dead and cold. According to every classic model of plate tectonics, the seafloor beneath it should have cooled, grown dense, and slowly sunk thousands of feet into the abyss of the Earth's mantle. But it did not sink. Bermuda stubbornly floats about 1,600 feet higher than the surrounding abyssal plains. Using seismic waves captured from massive global earthquakes, seismologists from Carnegie Science and Yale University mapped the hidden architecture deep beneath the ocean floor. What they found hiding inside the tectonic plate was completely unprecedented. A colossal 12.4-mile-thick layer of anomalous buoyant rock. This strange underplating acts like a giant, persistent geological raft, holding the region upward against all known rules of thermal cooling. It is a tangible, physical anomaly sitting right at the base of the triangle, proving that the Earth beneath these cursed waters holds ancient, violent secrets we are only just beginning to measure. As we push past the bizarre buoyant crust holding Bermuda high above the seafloor, we plunge deeper into the violent mechanics of the Atlantic weather itself. For generations, meteorologists struggled to explain how clear skies above the triangle could transform into a deadly vortex within seconds. But satellite technology has finally captured the phantom culprit. Bizarre hexagonal clouds stretching up to 50 miles wide. These geometric atmospheric formations act like literal air bombs, blasting concentrated winds straight down to the ocean's surface at speeds exceeding 170 miles per hour. When these massive columns of air slam into the water, they create localized micro-bursts capable of snapping the wings of low-flying aircraft instantly. The resulting impact generates rogue waves that can easily reach heights of over 40 feet, completely overwhelming massive cargo freighters before the crew can even broadcast a distress signal. The sky itself is weaponized, dropping invisible hammers onto unsuspecting voyagers. But what about the eerie glowing waters that even Christopher Columbus noted in his logbooks back in 1492? For centuries, sailors claimed the sea itself would light up with a demonic, milky brilliance, blinding captains and throwing navigational instruments into utter chaos. Scientists have finally pierced through this ancient riddle, stripping away the ghost stories to reveal a stunning biological marvel. The triangle sits directly over massive, shifting thermal currents that occasionally force cold, nutrient-rich water up from the deep abyssal trenches. This sudden upwelling triggers explosive, bioluminescent blooms of microscopic dinoflagellates and marine organisms. When disturbed by the hull of a passing ship, these trillions of creatures ignite in a terrifyingly beautiful, glowing green-white flash that stretches across hundreds of miles of open ocean. To an isolated crew at midnight, it feels like sailing through the stars of a parallel universe, but it is actually the living ocean itself reacting to their intrusion. The deeper we dig, the more the physical topography of the ocean floor reveals secrets that mirror the darkest nightmares of ancient myths. Beneath the swirling blue currents lies the Puerto Rico Trench, the deepest, most treacherous abyss in the entire Atlantic Ocean, plunging nearly 5 miles down. This colossal underwater chasm is a hotbed of intense tectonic activity, where the North American and Caribbean plates grind past each other with unimaginable pressure. Geologists have recently mapped massive underwater landslides within this trench, where billions of tons of sediment collapse into the darkness in a single moment. These silent, deep-sea avalanches displace immense volumes of water, generating catastrophic, localized tsunamis that can obliterate coastal shipping lanes without any warning from traditional weather radar systems. The triangle does not just swallow ships from above. The very foundation of the ocean floor shifts, breaks, and drags human history down into an unreachable, crushing grave. As our investigation reaches its peak, we must confront the most terrifying invisible trap hidden beneath the waves: explosive gas hydrates. Deep within the continental shelves of the Bermuda Triangle, unimaginable amounts of highly pressurized methane gas are trapped beneath the frozen seafloor sediment. Marine geologists have discovered massive scars and craters on the ocean floor, proving that these gas deposits occasionally destabilize and rupture. When a methane pocket bursts, it releases a colossal plume of bubbles that rushes toward the surface like a massive underwater eruption. As these bubbles expand, they drastically reduce the density of the surrounding ocean water. If a ship happens to be sailing directly above the rupture, the water instantly loses its buoyancy, causing the vessel to sink like a stone in a matter of seconds. The ocean literally opens up, swallowing the ship whole before closing back up without leaving a single trace of debris. Yet airplanes flying thousands of feet in the air are not safe from these subterranean eruptions either. When these massive columns of methane gas burst through the ocean surface, the gas does not simply dissipate into the atmosphere. It rises rapidly into the sky, creating highly localized pockets of air with extremely low density. When an aircraft flies directly into one of these invisible methane clouds, its engines are suddenly starved of the oxygen required to maintain internal combustion. The engines stall instantly, and the wings lose all aerodynamic lift in a fraction of a second. Simultaneously, the highly flammable gas can ignite upon contact with the hot exhaust pipes of the plane, causing a catastrophic mid-air explosion. Pilots would have absolutely no time to react, issue a distress call, or deploy emergency survival gear. They are simply erased from the sky by a ghost gas rising silently from the abyssal darkness. Ultimately, science has pulled back the dark curtain of the Bermuda Triangle to reveal something far more terrifying than any supernatural monster. It is a perfect cosmic storm of anomalous geology, massive underwater trenches, explosive methane reserves, and hyper-violent localized weather patterns. The true mystery of this deadly patch of the Atlantic is not that ships and aircraft occasionally vanish, but how human beings ever manage to navigate its treacherous waters in the first place. The legend of the Triangle is a testament to the raw, untamed power of planet Earth, a reminder that our most advanced engineering can still be effortlessly crushed by nature's hidden traps. As you look out across the endless blue horizon, remember that the deep ocean still holds secrets we have barely begun to comprehend. Now, I want to hear from you. Are there specific mysteries, vanished flights, or deep-sea discoveries about the Bermuda Triangle you want us to unpack next? Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. If you're hungry for more, we'll break down your requests and bring you an even deeper, full-length dive into this lethal ocean legacy. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next anomaly.